In this video, we're going to talk about graphing logarithms, but before we do that, we're going to do a quick fireworks review with no purpose, and then you'll see the purpose. How does each part of the equation change the graph? So let's take a look at this from fireworks. We know that this 3 shifts it to the left. Remember, inside the parentheses, shifts left or right. A positive shifts it to the left, and a negative shifts it to the right. This shifts it down. After the parentheses, shifts it up or down. If it's a positive, it goes up. If it's a negative, it goes down. So if this were y equals x squared, this equation here would be shifted to the left 3, down 1. There's my new equation. On the second graph, let's take a look at y equals 2x minus 4 squared plus 5. We already discussed that this will shift it to the right. This will shift it up. What does the 2 do to it? It makes it skinnier. So if we were to look at the original function, y equals x squared, assume I have a beautiful graph. This new graph will have its vertex to the right 4, up 5, and it will be more narrow than the preceding graph. Let's look at this third one. Again, this shifts it to the left 5, shifts it up 2. It's narrower, but the negative makes it flip upside down. So if I were to make my y equals x squared graph, in comparison, this graph just shifted 5 to the left, up 2, skinnier, and faces down. Now I'm going to fast forward. How will each of these affect the given graph? Well, hint, think about fireworks. So my log base 3 graph is, let's look at log base 3. Here's my log base 3 graph, which is a little crowded from the last video. Whoa! Let's do an undo button. Okay, I just want to move this blue line. And then I want to move this graph. My graph moved. So I'm going to move my axes to it. So it started here. So here's my y equals log base 3 of x graph. So how will that graph change given this? Well, let's assume, again, that this is my original graph. It's going through 1, 0. It goes through 3, 1, and 9, 2. Inside the parentheses, what does it do? Shifts it to the left 1. So this graph will mimic it, but shift to the left 1. So it'll go through the origin, and it will go through 1 when x is 2. Let's take a look at this graph. Y equals log base 3x minus 2. If I look at my original function, this graph should shift it down 2. So it's going to go down 2. Let's look at the third one. Oh, 2 things at once. So on the original graph, we have this original log graph. This graph should do 2 things. It should shift it to the right 4 and up 5. So it's going to go to the right 4, up 5, and it's going to look like that and going off the screen. So you'll notice that the log graphs, the rules mimic those found in fireworks. Hint, hint, every single function mimics the same exact rules that you found in fireworks. The end.